Morning, guys. Welcome to BB&B number 8. We're getting ready to take off here from Port Hatchinall. We're getting a little bit of light. We have a breeze this morning, so we're not gonna melt right away. And we've got, I think, 3 boats coming out of Cyprus. I think we got a total of 10 boats today. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe there's 4 boats coming out of Cyprus. But anyway, we're getting ready to go catch some fish. Y'all stick around. First cast, here we go. BB&B, September 23. And I got Pastor Bob with me in the back there. I figured a little divine intervention into winning this tournament today wouldn't hurt. And we started on a shell bar. See some fish activity already. But we're gonna fish shallow shell bars today, some shallow grass, and see what these fish are doing now that we have some consistent current. We have water moving across the lake. It's not just water coming in now. We'll see what these fish do, so y'all stick around. One of the reasons I throw a lot of my crankbaits on braid is I can throw them in places like that and get them back. Ah, hey! We're running for the smallest fish. Oh! So, we need to talk about this banana policy then, I think. All right, guys. I don't know what time it is. It's 9:30. It's the first fish we've seen. We started the day with 2 bananas in the boat. And he just finished his second banana like 5 minutes ago. And I said, you know what? If we get bit right after you eat that second banana, I got to rethink my whole banana in the boat policy. So that's where we're at right now. That's how bad the fishing is, that we're entertaining ourselves with banana folklore. So that's where we're at. Hopefully we'll actually put a fish in the boat here in a bit. So don't go away. Well, we got an hour and a half left in our day. Started off with a bang. Cosmo had a decent fish. Bill got a fish. Dave's cheating. Patterson got a fish. Todd H got a fish. Bill got another one. Lou got the small fish, 10-inch so far. And Todd catches a 19.5. So right now, little fish is 10. Big fish is 19.5. It's been a slow day. I mean, we've seen one fish. That was a small fish on a crankbait. Got a few bites, but it's weird. It's just one of those days where we've got 10 boats on the water with a lot of really good anglers in them. And I don't think we've got 10 fish on the board. So it's just one of those days. So we're gonna keep plugging away. We're gonna another hour and a half or so. It only takes one bite to get the big fish or the little fish. And so we're over here in Southport trying to find some of these fish that are a little more corralled. Maybe they hadn't wandered off quite as far. So y'all stick around. So I teased y'all with the last video about the Outcast Bass Club. And I'm gonna let Pastor Bob kind of explain how it came about, but it's a merger of really 2 clubs with the same goal. But Bob, you wanna
Sure.
come up here and tell us your thoughts about what we're doing, why we're doing it, where the idea came from, basically what you were talking last night on the Zoom meeting.
Sure. So the club has been around since 1985. And like every other club, Cookie Cutter Club is a tournament club. We'd get a bunch of guys together, we'd put money in a pot, and at the end of the day, big fish, top 5, people went home, with money. A couple of years ago, there was a tournament that on Istapoga that FWC worked with, and they had an 89% fish kill. And as a club, we decided we weren't going to do that. We weren't going to participate in that anymore. So we went to a catch and release format. It was really exciting. We got with an app called Fish Donkey, and everybody uses the same scale, Catch Commander scale. And what we do is we catch fish, you scale it, you put it on the app, and the fish goes right back in the water. I mean, within a minute or 2 of catching the fish, it's right back in the water.
Yep.
No stress on the fish. We had 0% fish. We had 0 fish kill last year, And we were very excited about that. But in that, it was such a dramatic change. Our numbers, they really went down a lot from about 18 to about 8, actually. So at last year's Classic, we sat around the table and we thought about how are we going to recruit teams for this upcoming season. And one of the guys said that, one of the issues we had was across the board in fishing, people cheat. It's a real issue. And we didn't want to have to deal with drama and all that, so we decided what was the main reason for cheating, and it was the money.
Yep.
So as a club, we decided we're not going to have payout tournaments anymore. We're not going to have a club dues. We're not going to have payout tournaments. You're going to go enjoy the day, and if you win, you get double your entry fee, which is nothing. So that was really so as a pastor, I walk a lot just in faith, and when you take a dramatic change like that, when you go from you're not bringing fish back for pictures. You're not paying anybody to be the best angler on the lake. We really didn't know what that was going to do to our numbers. I had fished with Captain Lee a couple times, and our perspective on fishing, whether it's tournaments or for the day, it's just fishing, guys. I looked at guys in tournaments across the board, and let's be just honest. Even the best stick on the lake is really pretty mediocre when it comes to the big leagues. So to convince ourselves that we're the best stick on the lake is...
That's me.
Right, yeah.
That's me.
I can see that from today's catch rate.
Zero bites today,
Zero.
but I'm the best one on the lake.
So we looked at the big perspective, and for us, it's developing a like community of people that really enjoy fishing, really enjoy being outdoors. But at the end of the day, it's not about how many fish you catch. It's really about your character. What's your character like? So with a no fee tournament, with a no payout tournament, are you willing to help others? Are you willing to teach? Are you willing to learn? And that's what this club has really turned into, is a teaching and learning club. When Captain Lee and I got together, we saw that the BB&B that we're on today and our club, our philosophies really kind of meshed up really well. So we got our two groups together, and we went from about 8 in our club last year to, I think we're at 24 now.
24, yeah.
Yeah, 24. And that's from people on Facebook that have just showed up and like what we're doing as a club. It's from people from Captain Lee's group. But at the end of the day, you may be a great stick on your lake, or you may just have a great day, but are you willing to help others have a great day? Last year we had a group show, a team show up. They'd never fished tournaments before, and one of the young lady on the team, she got some help from a couple people in the club, and here's the bait to use, and this is the place to fish, and she ended up pulling a 9.5 pounder out her first tournament. So she was pretty excited.
Yep.
And I've never seen a 9.5 pounder, not personally, but I was really excited for her. And really, that's what it's about: is helping others in this club.
Yep, that's the part that is appealing to me. When we're not fishing the heavily pressured tournament lakes, we're going to be fishing smaller, but according to FWC, higher likelihood of big fish. So that's the option.
Yep.
We're not going to be fighting for space on Kissimmee or Okeechobee or the Harris Chain. We're fishing these smaller lakes, and honestly, 8 out of the 10 I've never seen. So I'm excited about having to learn. I'm going to be the newbie on the lakes this year on those lakes, and that's exciting. Plus, as Pastor Bob has said, and you guys know me, I'm about teaching. I give away spots. I want everybody to have a good time and embrace this sport and pass it along to the next generation. So I think this is the next logical step in growing that overall philosophy. Plus, it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got 10 boats, and pretty much all 10 of these boats are going to be at our first. All 10 of those guys are going to be
at the first tournament.
At the first tournament, we've got 3 or 4 guys out of town. We got some people who aren't here. The snowbirds are going to join us just because they like what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. So by December, we're going to have full field, somewhere between 24 and 30 boats. And part of the Angler of the Year program is how well you teach. Mm-hmm. whoever else is on, in the tournament that day. It's not about catching a bunch and tell them that you called them in the mouth. It's going to be teaching, and we have at least 2 boats that I know of that have never fished tournaments before. And one of those boats, they just started bass fishing.
Right. Well, one of the exciting things about this is most tournament clubs, if you're a professional, you can't fish with them.
Right. And so if you're a guide, you can't fish them. So I had to quit fishing tournaments.
Right. You were out.
I was out.
So in our club now, the way we have it, Captain Lee's in. We had two guys that grew up in our club that are now professional guides. They're back in. We've got one guy fishing semi-pro. He's in. So we've got a really great cadre of teachers and a really great group of people that want to learn.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's becoming not only a better angler, but I think, like I said, it's character development.
Yeah, I agree. That's what the Outcast Bass Club is going to be about in a nutshell. Character development, learning how to fish. And, if you guys have any interest at all, if you're only going to be available for 2 of the tournaments out of the year, that's fine. Come fish with us. There's not a minimum. There's no minimum fees because there's 0 fees.
0 fees.
There's no minimum, numbers of tournaments you have to fish. Just come fish with us. If this sounds remotely interesting to you guys, send me an email to fishwithae@gmail.com. Bob is the president of the Outcast Club. I'll get you in contact with him. We'll get you in the free WhatsApp chat, and we'll get you all the rules. There's not a lot of rules. We're not allowed to use active sonar, so you can use side imaging, but no live, no 360. So these will be off, and it'll be old school fishing. It'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yep. So remember, we start in October,
first Saturday of the month.
First Saturday of the month, starting in October. And then we finish up with our classic down in June and winter.
June and winter and Placid.
So that's in May.
2 days.
April.
2 days. It's 2-day tournament in June.
In June.
First week of June.
Yep. So remember, send me an email, fishwithae@gmail.com, and come get involved. So,
okay.
All right. Now we have an hour to continue our skunk. So y'all stick around. All right. So last ditch effort here. We got about 21 minutes, but we're about ready to tap out. We're packing everything up. I don't even have a rod on deck. And we come by a shiner pole and it's doing this. So we're gonna make a cast on it and see if we can at least get 1 fish in a boat today. So that's where we're at. If not, we're tapping out soon. So stick around.
There's that.
It must have been a manatee rubbing up on that shiner pole because it stopped moving. And, they're obviously, the FWC put them in the Kissimmee chain as well as the Winter Haven chain to eat all this grass. I don't know if y'all have seen that, but that's ridiculous. And it's funny. Kissimmee does that sometimes.
It certainly isn't the morning, I'll grant you that.
Not a morning bite today.
Certainly. Well, I like that. Nice, soft, cushy.
You like that?
I do.
And it's not hot either, is it?
No, it's not hot.
At all. If the charcoal carpet was still on here, you wouldn't be barefoot.
I know, man. I got charcoal carpet on mine. Okay, let's get this a shot and see what happens.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's all right, I can cast over there.
Something is chasing needlefish out of the water. Look at them right there, too.
Yep.
Have a good time. The value is in the entertainment and education. It's not in catching fish.
Right.
And as long as I provide that, I feel good about myself, whether we catch fish or not. And yet, I have yet to have a skunk guide trip. But I would have had one today.
All right, wrap it up.
Wrap it up. We're tapping out. We'll see y'all at the restaurant.
I'm tapping out.
All right, guys, we're back at the restaurant. We've been telling lies. We've eaten. Everybody's ready for a nap. But we do have some prizes to give away. So, big fish of the day. Who caught it? Daryl caught it. So you get the very first ever big fish trophy. This is the first time I've seen these. And it'll go ahead and stuff your face on camera. We'll watch it. She had turned her loose on designing. I gave her the artwork and all of this is hands. So big fish to Daryl.
Nice.
Good job. Thank you. also have one for the little fish. So this is the Little Fish Award, and it goes to our very own Captain Lou.
All right.
All right, it was a tough day. Everybody struggled. We did catch some fish, but it was a fun time. Well worth the trip. Next time we'll be doing one probably in January. We're going to skip December because everybody's busy. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.